Hello there everyone. It's kind of a strange day to do a technical analysis. Normally I do this in the weekend, but it's been a while, and I was behind my chart, so I thought let's record and let's share my thought process for the things I'm looking at in the market. As you may know, I am from the Netherlands, so this index, the AEX, is the Dutch index, just like the Dow and the Nasdaq and all those things in the US, or the Nikkei in Asia. So this is something I watch. It's on top of my watch list every time. How are things going in my own country? As you can see, price has been ranging for a while. It broke out, it retested. This was, to me, this is not really a retest because it looks like it's too soon to call this a retest. So when price eventually took off, this was the real retest. Previous resistance now for the second time became support. Price took off all the way up here. So for this pin bar was something I was looking at, probably on a lower time frame. Yes, so this trend line was over here. Right now price seems to be moving even lower. We are again in a certain area where price found resistance before. Later on it found support, so this is an area to watch. Some people, they draw those trend lines and they are putting tight stops above and below these trend lines. I personally would like to advise, the way I use it is, it's always a zone, really an area. So for example, this is the zone where price probably will react. So don't get fooled in the market by getting stopped out by a certain pin bar or something. Price came into this area and it rejected. It was stuck in this area for a while, and now it seems to be bouncing off of this this area as well. So what's happening the last couple of days? Price made a double top and is looking for some correction. So the move up looks to be done for now, and I think it's just an idea that this area, previous resistance, could become support right now. So this actually is an interesting area to be watching. What will happen tomorrow in the case of Europe, because it's Thursday night right now. So like I said, price is hovering around this area, and here it was resistance, now support. That doesn't really matter how you draw the line, but this is for certain an area where price is reacting. So it found support here as well. We can see it around the same area. Price seems to find some small resistance as well. This pin bar is also in the same area, so we are in a tight spot. Now, is this a trade? Is this an opportunity? If you're an aggressive trader, you know, maybe it is. Maybe you say, I think I'm seeing on the chart right now is it is in this reaction area. I want to put my stop a little below, and I'm sorry, I'm expecting this trade to move back up. So this could be a potential setup. It's a little bit too easy, I think, but you know, let's see what we got on the charts over here. So another thing that can give you some feeling in trading, of course, is I would say like this. This is a 1, 2, 3 touch trend line, which is interesting to have on your charts. Why? I'm going to remove this for now, because price is not only coming back into this support and resistance area, it also is coming close to this trend line. So it could be the price will be bouncing off this area for now. So that being said, let's move on to the German DAX. It's also a European index. Price has moved extremely aggressive to the upside, and has found resistance right now. So the thing I want to point out is that this is the top 13,523. Price is selling off pretty aggressive. So what are we seeing on the 4-hour chart? We are seeing the same thing like we just discussed. Now price moved into the first area where price could be having some trouble moving through. So this is an interesting level to watch. Will price bounce off tomorrow, or will it continue to move lower? Same thing comes when we draw this trend line. Price is reacting to this support zone, but price is reacting to the 1, 2, 3 touch. Maybe you go a little bit tighter. It's very close to this trend line. So let's see if this will have any effect on this move. Maybe it will. Maybe it will break. You know, it's always trying to draw a story on your chart. Try to figure out what price is doing. So this could be definitely a setup. Not expecting this big of a correction at the moment, but you know, this could be a setup. Another setup could be that price does bounce off of this level, and from here on out we continue to move higher. So let's just stay calm. This is the 4-hour chart. Let's see what the daily clearly gives us the same picture. So, but these are some nasty red, extremely bearish bars. So maybe the market will take a breather tomorrow, or maybe the market will continue to sell up this aggressively. Then we have the Russell 2000. The thing is with the Russell 2000, the way it moves, I like the way it moves because we saw this huge rally. Then we saw this correction. Price failed to break these highs. This form support got broken as well. So we're off to the next area of reaction, the next area of support in this case. So let's see what happens here. But keep in mind what you see here on the Russell, because when we move to the Dow, we actually see that the Dow is still strong. Still momentum is high. We don't have this one on the 4. That's too bad. We see the thing we see in the Russell often is a first sign, and a couple of days or maybe weeks later you see the same things on the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq. Does this one come in 4 hours? Yes, it does. Quite choppy. Price fell aggressively, came into this support area where we reacted pretty aggressive as well. So we are interesting things are happening at the moment. To me this is way too steep to be drawing trend lines. Don't know if this makes any sense. This does, so maybe this was a fake out, looks like it, and a fake breakout, and price will continue its way back up. Who knows? Same thing over here. This looks like a area of support, but also does this area previous resistance becomes support, also a fake out, could be a potential setup. You know, same thing, it's just like a stairway. This is all resistance, support. Same thing over here, resistance turns support. These are very important areas to watch. So this could be a pullback. If you're looking to for some risk, then you can take a trade on it. A couple of ways to do that is set your stop below this low. Of course, you would be taking this trade. This would be a setup, of course. If you want to enter over here, this would be a setup as well. Of course, your risk reward changes when you do it like this, but I'm not feeling this one. I don't know if this is a great way to be entering, but just to show you guys that resistance support is telling you a lot. Interesting today, Siemens, German stock, numbers were pretty good, and we saw this huge sell-off. It's one of the biggest stocks in the DAX. We also saw what happened to the DAX. So Let's see how that will turn out. We have a trend line if we want to, so let's see if this one will bounce off of the trend line and then continue its way back up. This is also a German stock. All German stocks, just as you saw in the DAX, are pulling back. To me, of course, this is a level to be watching. Previous resistance, then found some support, but this was of course a gap opening, so price came up, now is coming back. So let's see if this could give us any direction. Moves like this always are looking for corrections. That's an obvious thing. So oh, wait a minute, that's what I'm looking for. Let's see how much room we have. Let's see. This definitely all does not look like we will be seeing any correction anytime, change in momentum anytime soon. This is an interesting one. It's been on the fire for quite a time now, Volkswagen, but has seemed to have found some momentum to the upside. Old German and Dutch stocks, they look the same at the moment. We are waiting out this correction. As long as it's happening, we are not doing anything. Support zone, interesting. So let's see what happens. Nothing is here. This is not a signal video or anything. I'm here to teach. So that being said, I'm watching this for a while as well. As long as this support holds, this could be a valid setup. Let's see what the 4 hour is showing us. I'm not really liking this, but just now we broke the trend line. To me, Commerzbank is a go. Actually, my ultimate support would be down here, of course, because any trade would be invalid when it breaks this level. Let's see if I can get in on a retest. Maybe this low will hold me over, and let's see where this one will be going. We can also check out where this comes from. It's just this is a very nice uptrend. So that for most of the German stocks. This one is interesting as well. Deutsche Lufthansa Airways. This one could have been a trend line as well, but I think it got broken today. No, it's actually holding up pretty nicely still. So let's see what happens over here. This is hard to read. It's hard to put in a position because it's hard to see where we can find a certain stop area, but I think we have some interesting reaction points over here. So around 25 and a half. So let's see what happens tomorrow. We have, what else do we have? This was also a European stock. Interesting to see where this one is going. This one is really testing the trend line over here. Also support is very close by, so I think we are seeing something happening over here. Maybe a bounce off the trend line. Some risk reward just like this. Could be an interesting trade as well. As you may see, those names, I honestly do not know what this is. Fortum, I don't care, but something I do care about is that I see that when I draw some lines, not want to sound like it's too easy, but this is an uptrend, no brainer. Price has moved up for a while, found a top, quite obvious over here, and is setting off now, looking for a correction, maybe a bounce off this trend line. Maybe we should put it in like this. A bounce also near support, so same thing goes. It's quite against your nature to be taking trades that are turning the opposite direction. So if you want to get into this trade, this could be a setup, but it's strange to do to be entering markets where price is moving the other way around. Visa, very interesting stock because resistance support theory works pretty good, as you can see. Same thing over here. There's a support area. No, not that clear, but you get the picture. Just put in one more. So thing we are at right now is price moved through this area, came back again, broke. It's now trading around this area. So maybe this is the first pullback, so maybe Visa is ready for a nice entry. I want 111, but I am not really feeling it just yet, so let's see where this is going. Some more correction could be interesting. This one, MasterCard, looks a little bit the same. This trend line is not valid anymore, so let's see if we can draw in another trend line, maybe something like this. Same thing, got broken, so I don't want to draw on the trend line what I want to see. Should be careful with that. But I do think this could be a trend line for sure. As long as the 144 holds, I don't see any reason why this is a trend that is turning at any point. Even though price should be moving away from this area for now, but you know, uptrend, ready to take trades. Same thing over here. Support got broken actually. So let's see if this previous resistance now turning support could be the area where price will turn around again. We do not know yet, so let's see in the next couple of days. So this is, yes, also this is kind of a double top. Not really feeling this has been so strong. I've been looking to get into this market all year, but didn't happen. I was in this trade today. Too bad. I was in it. I thought on a 4-hour chart. I don't know why I thought that, but I thought this one turned already. Definitely did not happen, and I got stopped out. Bad trade, bad idea. So I got stopped out. You know, support broke, so I'm out. This trend line, corrective trend line, is still intact. So nothing is here. What do I look for in Facebook? Facebook to me is kind of interesting right now because this previous resistance was support before. Looks to be support again. Let me see the bigger picture on the daily. Of course, this trend line should be on the charts. Very, very strong, a very clear trend line. So let's see what happens if this goes all the way back to the trend line to bounce off and move again, or if this support right now is this the bounce area. What else do we got? This time, this one I've been watching for a while now. Not really moving actually, so it's hard to make anything of it. So consolidation, not interesting at the moment. Alibaba, strong earnings again and again and again, is looking for some correction right now. Let's see if we get some more information on the 4-hour chart, and we do have a little resistance turn support area around here. But again, I need some more momentum shift back up. So that one. This is an interesting area, of course. Will this support hold and will price move back up, or will the support break and we will see some more downward potential? So these are the kinds of setups where I look at the daily chart, of course, because something very important is on here, and that's this trend line. This I call it, and I've seen and hear here other people call it, this is a cluster. This is a important previous resistance area. Now it is important previous support area as well, and it is also a kind of a trend line bounce. So there are a lot of clues why price should be stalling or turning around or whatever it will do from here on out. So let's see if we can. Oh, that was a bit too fast. Let's see if we can get something when price moves back up. So that for Netflix. Nvidia, interesting as well. I got this one, I think, on a 4-hour chart. Was already watching it. Not really resistance, Chris. A little bit too early. I think this is an interesting area. Price reacted to that, and we are also going to take a look at the trend line. What is going on over here? Wait a minute. I want to get a bigger picture. I think we are gonna find it. When we connect those. Also, we are seeing some correction, so this is quite exciting because we see correction. So we are moving into a cluster here as well. So price will likely be bouncing off. IBM moved to the downside for quite a while. Then price turned around and came into this this area where price turned around. Earnings were good, so quite obvious, as you can see in the gap. The gap got filled almost entirely, came back to this resistance of support zone, and also this trend line. So again, price seems to be in some kind of cluster where we would see reaction. Then we have PayPal, watching it for a while as well. First pullback, resistance turns support. One of my orders got opened today. Not really convinced this will be the best trade right away, but you know, it is a pullback finally, so let's see what happens. There could be some more momentum to the downside where price will likely reach this area. So we'll see. This is the daily chart, so the highs and the lows and the support zone on that will be a lot stronger. But this is most definitely a area to watch. Microsoft is, I'm not feeling this as long as this gap doesn't get filled. That's a trade. So euro US dollar. I have this one on my chart. This was my setup. Well, this one was really, where's this one coming from? Don't know. This one was hard to trade. Oh my god, this was hard to trade. This was the trend line. Almost all year we were moving to the upside. Trend line got broken. Some kind of retest. Eventually failed to break the area. Right now we are moving to the downside, but for some reason price really is not following through. We saw this choppiness, a new low, but this momentum is pushing price right back up here. I do not like this at all. Higher highs, higher lows, everything. No, I don't like it. This one is pretty nice actually. Missed complete first half of this move. Too bad. Let's see what happens if we can get new entries or whatever. That's it for now. So we've got some interesting setups, even though it's kind of against your nature to be entering a position that's moving against the direction you want to take it. But keep in mind, this was just an open, let's call it a freestyle. I was going through my charts. It's Thursday night. I had a cup of coffee. I want to share with you my thought process. you know, that's it. I want to share, and let's get the money together. So that's it for now. Have a great week. Have a great weekend, and see you guys later.